Hey, music lovers, welcome to Musical Miles Podcast. I'm your host, Byron Duffin, and I am here with Andy Crosby.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for coming out and sitting down with us. We're in Boise at the Treefort Fest, which this is the 14th year, I think, at Treefort. This is our first year. Have you been here a bunch?
Yeah. No, I think I've played it like 5 or 6 times with my old band, and then once with my band last year, and then this
Okay.
year too.
Okay.
So
Yeah, you're playing Sunday night, and unfortunately we're on our way home because I got to get ready for surgery the next day after
yeah.
that. So anyway, a lot of stuff going on in our world, but you're playing on Sunday. Where do you play at?
Pengillies.
Oh, you are playing at Pengillies on
Yep.
Sunday.
Pengillies
Okay.
at 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Sunday, so we're kind of closing down the
Yeah, you are
fest.
kind of the last of the Mohicans, aren't you?
Yeah. I was a little not worried about the slop, and I was like, man, people are gonna be crawling to our gig, but yeah, no, it seems everyone I talk to, like, people are stoked to kind of,
Yeah.
ring
Well,
the end of
Pengillies
it.
is such a cool venue, and I actually had been there. Miss Shanda was there the other night. We went over to see Reckless Rooster play, and
Yeah.
I was shooting some pictures and some video, and Andy comes up, puts his arm around me, and he's like, "Hey, come here, get me a spot today." And I look over, and he finally goes, "I'm Andy Crosby."
you're like, who's
Never
this?
met.
Who's this guy that just
So I'm like,
just
that's
embraced
cool.
me?
I love it. No, I'm very cool with that. So,
Yeah.
but no, it's cool to finally meet you because we've seen you play when you played with your brother Jeff, and you played with Jeff for how many years?
Man, close to 10.
Wow.
Yeah, like all my 20s.
So I got to ask, and I know this is a dumb question because I get asked this because I have 2 younger brothers too. But who's you, the younger or older?
Younger.
That's what I
Yeah,
get.
he's a year and a half older.
Okay.
And,
Is there just the 2 of you?
We're the 2 like blood brothers.
Oh, okay.
Both our folks had kids, and
Okay.
we're married, so we have a bunch of half siblings,
Okay.
like half brothers that are in their 50s and 60s.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And and then my mom's side, Nick and Mike, they're in their late 40s.
Okay.
And I'm 37. Jeff's
So,
38.
but the music, when I sat down with Jeff a couple of years ago, I asked him that question, musically, where did this come from? And he said it came from some old guys in town. He used to just love to hang out with the old guys down at the hat shop, right?
Totally. Yeah.
And
Definitely.
he would go down there and they taught him how to play the guitar. So there really isn't any music in your family, is there?
No, my folks were always really supportive, though.
Sure.
They're just big fans. And then my neighbor Andrew MD was a musician, and
Okay.
he would always have the Fran Drew barbecue
And
at his house with his ex-wife Fran, and he's
Oh.
Andrew. And then they kept that going far past when they got divorced too. It stayed the Fran Drew for a lot of years. And
that's cool.
she'd come in and hang.
That.
Yeah, she's she lives in Black Diamond, Washington now.
Okay.
And but yeah, so that kind of, I think maybe introduced Jeff to kind of, being social with music and stuff, and
Right.
not just like playing in your bedroom.
Right.
And then, and then eventually met like the Hat Shop Band, which is like Randy Priest, just passed away. He had a hat shop in Donnelly,
Right,
and then he had
right.
his band, the Hat Shop Band, and kind of jammed with them a bunch, and then and there was another band, Frame of Mind,
Oh,
that
really?
really took Jeff under their wing too.
Okay.
They're a bunch of dudes from like San Diego, Santa Barbara or something,
Okay.
and they had a band house in McCall. Sorry, Winnie's making them. Yeah, my wife's over here. If you catch me looking over here.
remembers the stories
Yeah.
about she didn't live the experience of the band house, did you?
Yeah, but so Jeff would go and play lead guitar with them, up in Moscow, John's Alley
Right,
and stuff,
right.
when he was like 15,
Oh my God.
and then he started his first band shortly after, and yeah.
Well, cool. So you're a year and a half younger. About how old were you when you picked up the guitar and the bass? Because you ended up being a bass player in Jeff's band, right?
Yeah, yep. I mean, I always messed around with stuff, but drumming was like my first
Okay.
love. Just, loved to play the drums, and I was more into sports and snowboarding and stuff. I was like a snowboard instructor growing up
Okay.
at Tamarack in Donnelly. We used to get wood on that mountain, and it turned into a ski resort.
Oh, there you
But
go.
yeah, but man, Jeff needed a bass player for a run, kind of last minute, and instead of hitting up other players in town, I think he tossed it to my dad, and then my dad was the one who was like, you should, do this run, because I knew all of his music, like,
Right.
seen a million of his shows. And I was like, man, maybe, because I just hurt my back snowboarding too, so I was kind of not snowboarding. And it was pretty crazy. That's what kicked it off, though. I signed on, and the first gig I did with him, actually, I think we had like one rehearsal gig in McCall, but the first like show I did was a headlining festival slot in Missoula, Montana,
God.
at Love Your Mother Fest.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was crazy. Like my first show ever, there was like probably 3,000 people or so. And like, I remember like first song dropping in, I like, going like, hitting the first note and nothing comes out.
Oh, no.
And I'm just like freaking out, like, oh my God, this,
Did I forget
crazy.
to plug in?
No, I think I stepped on my tuner or something. First song, so like, got that dialed, and then it was fun. And luckily, my brother's old band, Equalize, they're like a pretty intense jam band. And so all the players in the band were like insanely good, and we're just playing circles around me. And, so I've always been like kind of a pretty, meat and potato bass player. So, I feel like it kind of held things together pretty nice. So, the bass wasn't constantly dancing around all crazy. But people after that show were just like, damn, dude, you're so badass. Like, you're like one of the best bass players ever. And it's like, the most simple, like, just because I couldn't play more. And
it's been a blessing in disguise, right?
Yeah, and that's what kicked off the thing. Pretty much, shortly after that, he kind of offered me the gig, and then
How was that touring with your brother? I mean, I have two younger brothers, so I could see it being great, but I could also see it being a little rough at times.
Yeah, I mean, him and I are like pretty opposites. He's a really like extroverted, social butterfly,
right?
And I'm way more chill. Yeah, I chill time.
I can't believe you said social butterfly.
So I don't know. We kind of we balance pretty good. He takes care of his people good, and but I moved down into his place in LA when I officially joined them, and that was just kind of like culture shockish. But we toured
from Donnelly, Idaho,
and we just toured year round for probably like 6-7 years of like hardcore touring, and we'd go out for like a month or two, and then have like a week or two at our place in LA.
Yeah.
And then it was just like barbecues and bar stuff, but had a lot of fun, man. That's where I met Andy Shepard, who I think I was like, you need to meet my buddy over here.
Yeah, you introduced me to Andy Shepard, and I did a little background checking on Andy, and at some point we'd love to sit down with him. But Donnelly, let's go back to Donnelly real quick, and then we'll make our way back to LA. But you Donnelly is exactly where in Idaho? It's closer to McCall, right?
Yeah, it's like 10 miles south of McCall.
10 miles south of McCall. Well, your brother's affectionately known as the Duke of Donnelly. What's your
the mayor of Donnelly?
You're the mayor of Donnelly, huh?
I mean, I guess so.
Well, as long as you have your own moniker, we can't have the brothers.
Yeah. He doesn't have
both be Dukes.
He doesn't have a Donnelly tattoo like that.
Oh no, he doesn't. Look at that. You're committed. Yeah, you are committed.
It's like population 50.
I was going to say it's a tiny little town in Idaho. In kind of central Idaho, is technically isn't. We've been to McCall. We probably drove through Donnelly.
Yeah,
I think we did drive through Donnelly.
It's like a gas station town. Yeah. But now it has a ski hill, right? And the lake there, Cascade Lake.
Yeah, Cascade. Because we kayaked on Cascade and went on the river. Yeah.
Yeah, we grew up on a peninsula right there, and we were damn near the only house on the peninsula growing up. So it was like, it was amazing. It was, and I had like a 4-wheeler, and so I'd make 4-wheeler tracks and trails all over, and like the beaches were just empty, and we were the only house out there, and it's a pretty good sized peninsula.
And now it's covered up.
Oh yeah, no, now it's like
it's a resort area.
7-car garage houses coming up everywhere. Like there's not a single normal house that gets built out there, I swear.
Oh, I'm
It's
sure.
like epic. Like someone dreamed up this beautiful thing and then they just Airbnb it, you know, and no one lives there. Or people come to party there and,
Wow.
you know, so now my folks are kind of surrounded because
So they're
they're in
still
the
there?
middle. Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I see them quite a bit. I play in McCall pretty consistently and
Do you?
stay close to home. Yeah, my dad's 80.
Well, I see
And,
Jeff posts, you know, because I followed Jeff for a long time on social media, and he posts stuff with your dad. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, my dad's he's just been such a supporter and like
Yeah.
a really, yeah.
Well, family's what makes it work, right? I mean, you
Totally.
have to have a supportive wife. You gotta have to have supportive siblings and stuff. So let's go back to L.A. because you guys were in L.A. for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But Jeff had a song. You guys had a song on a TV show, Sons of Anarchy, right?
Yep.
Yeah. How cool was
Two
that?
songs.
2 songs.
Yeah, that was awesome. Man, that was, it's kind of funny down there. Like we were so stoked and, you know, we were like, dude, we made it.
We
like,
made
here
it.
we go. Here comes the money.
Yeah, the money's just going to flow through. We're going to have to get a truck to haul it all to the bank.
Yeah, and then we, you know, tell our friends down there, and they're like, oh, sweet, dude. Yeah, I have like 15 placements, or you know, like they, you know, everybody just kind of has. We call
Everybody's got
it's
music
kind
on
of
TV.
yeah, it's kind of the dream killer down there because it's just like nothing is good enough type of thing.
Oh,
But like everybody's awesome, you know, and
Yeah.
all the friends I met there, I love to this day. That's why I keep, you know, talking about Shepherd, man. Him and I have a hilarious story. He's given me like 1,000 free coffees in my life. We worked at a coffee shop down there.
oh, really?
Yeah, and found out we were from Idaho, and we just kind of hit it off.
Yeah.
But yeah. But then coming back here, you know, yeah, like not a lot of people have placement or like, you know, things like that happening because
Right.
the business isn't
Oh
really
no.
here.
Well, you're not. Oh, it's a whole different world. Well, and what we found doing this podcast is that we haven't really done a lot delved into the California deal much. We've done Nashville and Texas,
Mm-hmm.
and we lean towards that Texas red dirt, which is
Yeah.
where you guys really kind of fit in and where you
Totally.
ended up.
Yep. I love that
And-
stuff, man.
And of course, some of the greatest bands ever, and of course, some of the greatest Idaho guys ended up in
Yeah.
Texas. You know, the Bronze
Yep.
and Reckless and Mickey the Motor Cars, and we love those guys, and we try to go to the BBR as much as we can. So
Yeah. No, those guys have been awesome. Like
Yeah.
we've toured with them. Like yeah, and Jeff does a lot of stuff with them still.
right,
But yeah, they took us, you know, the East Coast and all over Texas, and so we got to play like Green Hall, sold out, and just
Yeah.
like get the true Texas experience.
that is the
Down there.
iconic, legendary hall. We actually did some interviews in there when we were there.
Oh, sweet.
We just went into the management and said, hey, we do a podcast. Can we come in here and do some interviews? They go, yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, they weren't bothered by us at all.
that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I think being in not just from those things, but my producer, he's an Austin guy. He's from Dallas, Jonathan Tyler,
Okay.
and
Have not met Jonathan, but
yeah, gotta check his music out, man. It's really good. And I met him in Boulder, Colorado.
Okay.
Because I lived over in Denver for like 6 or 7 years.
okay.
And met him, and then just kind of like, you know, at first he was probably just like, oh, you know, like, cool, you know, this, you know, random fan guy or whatever.
Right.
But then I kind of, right when I told him I like did stuff with the Motor Cars and Reckless Kelly and stuff, he was like, huh? And then we just kept in touch and ended up cutting one of Jeff's songs
Okay.
at his studio first. And then, yeah, and I was like, man, I want to do a whole record with this guy, and ended up, yeah,
So
doing
he's
that.
still is he in Colorado or is he in Texas?
Texas. He
Texas.
was on tour with Butch Walker. He was opening,
Okay.
and so I went to the show because I was a fan, and yeah. So I think he's been in Nashville too, but
Sure.
Texas
sure.
and Nashville.
Well, it's such an interesting two different worlds, you know, the Texas Nashville world. Texas has its own awards.
Yeah.
And really it's almost segmented into 4 areas, you know, because you have the West Texas, you know, you get that Lubbock, you know, kind of up in that part of the country, and then you've got the hill country in Austin and New Braunfels and San Marcos and all that.
Yeah.
And there's so many cool venues down there. that are just historical, and that's one thing, because we, with our podcast, we tell everybody, look, it starts with the song, right?
Totally.
Without a song, there's no need for an artist, but then you have an
Sure.
artist, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got the venue, because if you don't have a place to play,
Yeah.
and if you don't have the fans to listen to you, we tell everybody that's the perfect equation for music, is the song, the artist, the venue, and the fan.
Totally.
And if one of those things is missing, you don't have the whole
Sure.
equation, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So we actually got to interview one of the bartenders or managers there at Green Hall, and they talked about, about the Willie door, right? Do you know about the Willie door?
Is it like a short door?
Well, it's a door in the very, very back of the
think I
building
remember-
that they actually cut in the wall for Willie.
I do remember that.
Well, because
Yeah.
there's no way to get to the stage except from the front.
Yeah.
So Willie goes, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I'm
After
not
so
going through all
long,
these people.
They went in and took a chainsaw and cut a door in the back of the
That's so funny.
stage.
I do
so
remember
Willie
hearing about
could get in and out of there. So anyway, but it's just such a cool place. And then there's Devil's Backbone, which I love, the Todd Snyder story and song about Devil's Backbone, about headed to Lukenbach, and they ended up at Devil's Backbone, and they said, screw Lukenbach, stay here and drink with us. And
Yeah.
what a cool story. And that's a sad deal, losing
I know,
Todd
man.
Snyder.
And I still haven't really dove into Todd Snyder yet. My brother was a huge fan, still is, and
Sure.
yeah, just seeing that all go down is just so sad, man.
Well, and it all ended up happening in Salt Lake City, of all
Yeah.
places. And crazy thing, I knew he was coming, so I had reached out to him for an interview.
Really?
And then that whole thing blew up. I never did hear back from me, but I was just tore up.
Yeah.
Django Walker's the one who turned me on to Todd Snyder. He told me a Todd Snyder story, and I went, I got to check this guy out. And
Yeah.
he was so cool.
Man, I never actually. I may have met him in Texas once. I don't know, somewhere.
Sure.
We both didn't remember, but I was asked to give him a ride from the airport to BBR
Oh, really?
last year.
Oh, you're
So we got
kidding.
to know each other real well. It's like a 4 or 5 hour
Oh,
drive.
you're kidding? What an experience to
Man, it was
to
so
ride in the
cool,
car with
man.
Todd.
With Django.
Oh, Django.
Yeah, Django. Sorry, yeah.
not Todd. Okay.
But Todd,
Oh.
he was in.
I was gonna say, I didn't think Django or Todd was at BBR. But
Yeah, Todd was in Hardworking Americans with my friend Dave Schools.
Okay.
And Widespread Panic
Oh, okay.
guy. We met Dave through touring with this guy Jerry Joseph, and he's an amazing songwriter, rock and roller guy, and check his stuff out too. Jerry Joseph is amazing.
Yeah, we will have.
And
to.
we toured with him. We would open and then back him on a couple nationwide tours, and he took us down to Georgia for the first time, and Dave came to a couple gigs, and just kind of hit it off with us, and actually a couple big Widespread Panic songs, like my favorite ones, like Chainsaw City. And
Okay.
North.
I'm not nothing against those guys, but
Yeah.
that's just not
Yeah.
something that I ever listened to.
Totally. Yeah, and I'm not a super jam band guy too. I love it, and
Sure.
it's so fun to play. We have great players and stuff.
Sure.
But Jerry took those guys on the road back in the day,
Okay.
and so those songs are Jerry's tunes that they
Oh, really?
Cover.
They cover.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
and they're massive. And this band is huge.
Oh, yeah.
They've sold out Red Rocks.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I
I
know
went to
of the
their
band. I
50th.
just never got into listed. Here's the problem we have, to be real honest with you, is that there's so much music, and we are lovers of live music. So any live music experience we can go have, we try to. Everything from Andrea Bocelli to whatever.
Sure. Yeah.
And so we've had really the fortune of meeting and interviewing a lot of big time Nashville songwriters, which Nashville and Texas, there's always that rub,
Yeah.
but it's not really a rub because the Texas guys go to Nashville, they don't,
Yeah.
and they go out and write with some of those
Sure.
guys too. So, but it's two different worlds, but it's very cool. We just love music in general. So if we get the opportunity to hear somebody and listen to their music, unless it's just really weird. Well, I've interviewed Cody's kids.
Yeah.
They're in the heavy metal screamo band.
Yeah.
Waves in April.
Yeah.
They are
Love those guys.
good kids though.
Yeah.
You know,
Totally,
so-
man. remember seeing him at BBR just like so young, and
Oh yeah.
and Cody's so cool, man. He's been awesome to me, you know. And
The
Yeah.
best was the people walking into Green Hall.
Yeah,
When they were
yeah. When
opening
those
for
kids
Cody.
opened for Cody at
They're
Green
like,
Hall,
What?
they're
Just like
what
new
is
metal,
going
like,
on
yeah,
at Green Hall.
heavy.
That's almost sacrilege. So
And
Yeah.
then when you told them they're Cody's kids, they're like,
oh, okay.
They're like, oh, sweet.
Yeah, yeah. But we've interviewed those kids twice, and so that's been fun to sit down with them.
Yeah.
And anyway, but well, cool. Well, so after the music hit with Sons of Anarchy,
Mm-hmm.
did it take off like you had hoped? Did it help the careers?
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think, I definitely think it helped. It
Sure.
definitely hyped it up around here. And now my brother can play locally and sell out pretty much every show he does here,
Sure.
So I feel like, it's a part of that.
Sure.
But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a really cool story, too, for being here, because we, like how it happened, we played Curtis Steiger's Christmas party here. Do you know Curtis
Steiger,
Steiger?
I know of him. I've not. He's been on my radar. I would love to have a sit down with him, but he lives here in Boise.
Yeah, he's a legend, man.
But legendary, tours the world.
Yeah, sax man.
Yeah.
Back in the day in the '90s, the long hair, the sax, and his big song is like epic too. I don't know if you heard it.
Well, I'm sure I
It's
have.
like, I wonder why we hold on with tears in our eyes.
Yeah.
It's a massive song.
Yeah.
And man, he booked us there. I don't know if Jeff met him before that, but he watched us play, and Jeff wrote a Boise Christmas song type thing, and him and I played it duo style.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, man, you guys are great, and you're living down in LA right now. He's like, you need to meet my buddy. He'd be a good guy to know living down there. And his buddy was his roommate in New York in the 90s, I think. Hope I'm not getting this wrong, Curtis.
Okay.
But the guy's name was Bob Thiel,
Okay.
and he did all the music for Sons of Anarchy. And Curtis sings the intro song
Okay.
of the show. And Curtis Steiger's and the Forest Rangers.
Okay.
And I was so stoked too, because one of my favorite artists, Noah Gunderson, was on that show a bunch too.
I know that name.
Yeah, he's just kind of like a beautiful songwriter. And
Okay.
Whitney and I actually saw him solo in New York.
Oh,
That was
really?
epic. That was during the pandemic or coming out, and it's kind of cool where we saw him. I played there before, so that was cool. But yeah, he's just great songwriter.
Huh.
You have to check him out for sure.
Well, like I say, there's so much music out there. It's so hard to wrap your mind around it. When we come to a festival like this, there's 500 plus bands here.
Yeah.
So that's just wrap your mind around that.
Yeah.
Over 5 days, that means there's 100 bands play each one of those days somewhere.
Yeah. It's totally South by Southwest style. Like
Yeah.
every bar and
Every nook and
everywhere.
cranny.
Yeah, there's a band playing.
Yeah. Well, even in the park over there, I think isn't there 3 or 4 stages?
Yeah.
In the park.
Big stages.
Stages downtown. There's stages at Boise Brewing. There's plus all the venues. There's 60 venues.
Yeah.
Crazy. This is
Yeah.
just it's been really really nuts for us, and it's really I made this comment when I interviewed Gary Braun. I said, our New Braunfels, Austin is like a target rich environment, right, for us as a podcaster, because there's so many artists. There's
right there.
and you're introduced me to 10 new names for me now
Yeah.
that I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch this and write them all
Yeah.
down and then go research them, because there's so much music out there that everybody wants to share, and that's what we want to do. Is we want to share Andy Crosby's music. They may know Jeff, don't realize, in fact you've been over and played. You've been over and played Bone?
Yeah.
Yeah, for
It was awesome. Yeah, those
Amanda.
people are really cool.
She's
Yeah.
way cool.
She's been great to me.
So I knew you'd been over there and played, but anyway, we want to. I'd love to interview every artist and share everybody's music and with the world, but
Totally.
unfortunately, there's not enough hours in the day, enough days in the week. We post 3 episodes a week,
Oh, sweet.
and we've done 2 since we've done this. We've been doing this 21 months. We have interviewed 240
Dang.
full,
That's awesome.
and posted 190 some episodes.
That's awesome.
So
You guys
it's
are- you
grown
guys are-
like
You're
crazy.
crushing it.
We just hope someday that we can make $1.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
kind of like
I
being
know,
a
man.
musician.
Yeah.
So anyway, speaking of that, grab that guitar, would you? And
Yeah.
a tune.
Yeah, man.
Kind of set it up. Something you gonna play? Something you wrote?
Yeah.
One of your deals? Cool.
Yeah, totally.
Cool.
Let's see here. Let's play this song. This song is called In My Arms. And this is a song I wrote in Weezer a while ago. And yeah, it's kind of been a real fun one to play with the band. And it's about a rough patch in a relationship.
Okay.
The things that you do to make it work. All right. It's called In My Arms. You've got your friends, I've got my guitar. We've been a mess since we met at that dive bar. We were lost and lonely, searching for a touch, chasing that buzz. Some people love like a getaway car. You get the money, I'd keep them down weekend. I'd tail it out of here under the stars. I'd do anything to keep you around, anything to hold you here in my arms. I'd never question the man in me. If I could fight for family, if I could risk it all when I needed to. And I've been flying with my feet on the ground. I never known sharp turns are coming around. I was raised in the mountains outside, and Idaho's never been too kind to the lonely. Some people love like a getaway car. You get the money, I'd keep them down weekend. I'd tail it out of here under the stars. I'd do anything to keep you around, anything to hold you here in my arms, in my arms, in my arms, in my arms. And when it goes down, round and around, you and I, like Bonnie and Clyde, 'cause we ain't going easy. Some people love like a getaway car. You get the money, I'd keep them down weekend. I'd tail it out of here under the stars. I'd do anything to keep you around, anything to hold you here in my arms, in my arms, in my arms, in my arms, yeah, yeah, in my arms, in my arms, in my arms, in my arms, in my arms.
awesome. That's a great song.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for sharing that with us.
Yeah.
Now, has that been released?
Yes.
Okay.
That's on my album.
Okay. And tell our viewers where they can find your music.
You can find it on all the streaming apps, like Spotify, Apple Music, or wherever you like to stream music. And and I've got an EP coming out. It's totally done.
Cool.
It's a 4-song EP called Peninsula. And I was trying to get it out before Treefort Fest, but not quite. But
now you have a website as well.
Yep, andycrosbymusic.com.
Cool.
And Instagram, Andy is numero uno on Instagram.
Perfect.
And man.
Well, so a couple of questions I like to ask everybody. One, if you could work with anyone that's passed, obviously you can't work with them, but
Dang.
would have had the opportunity to have worked with a musician.
Ooh, this is tough.
Yeah, there's a lot of good dead musicians, unfortunately.
Yeah, man, this is real tough. I want to just say Todd Snyder off the top, but
But we talked about, which is cool. I love Todd.
Tom Petty.
Tom Petty. There you
Tom
go.
Petty.
What a cool guy. That would have been great. Yeah, that would have been a great collab.
Man.
Okay, what about alive? If you could wake up tomorrow and have that great email, phone call, Andy, we want to work with you, who would that be?
Man, that's another tough one. John Mayer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that'd be.
Yeah. What a talented guy.
Yeah.
And hangs out in the Northwest, kind of a Montana guy.
Yeah, Montana.
So he's almost a kindred Idahoan, huh? Yeah.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's been some great musicians come from here. I mean, obviously. Well, Muzzy told me when I interviewed him that he's the one who introduced your brother to Mickey and Gary and Willie, Cody.
So Muzzy played the Fran Drew barbecue.
That's what it was.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
And saw Jeff and I play and booked us at BBR and just kind of like, put us in there because I know they pay a lot of attention to who they book, so it's kind of like looking back now, it was a huge thing that he put us on that stage.
Muzzy had a lot more control back in those days.
Sure.
Right? Yeah. So he said that. He said, now the only one he has the handshake deal with is Cody Canada, to come back every year and
sure.
And so he says we have a deal that Cody's always invited back. But
yeah, I remember the first day I met any of the Braun boys was actually, man, I don't know. The first time I saw them in person, like off the stage,
sure,
we Jeff and I and the old band opened for Reckless Kelly and Big Head Todd and the Monsters.
Oh, really?
In McCall. Someone put that bill together at the ice skating rink, and it was the first time I saw Willie, and it was just like, oh my God, like he's like absolute legend, and I love all of their stuff, man. Willie's such a great songwriter.
Sure.
And I think I was a little too shy to say hi and put him on the spot or whatever. But then playing Braun Brothers, Cody was dishing food in the backstage, and then I got to kind of meet him and just tell him I'm a huge fan, and
sure.
And that's kind of slowly how I met everybody at that fest, and man, they've just been so cool.
Well, they're great people and a lot of fun. We actually, during COVID, when nobody was touring, we hired Mickey and Gary, and they came and did a private deal for us and 60 of our friends and family.
Awesome.
They wouldn't let us advertise it because nobody was supposed to do anything during COVID, right?
Yeah.
So, but no, they were staying out to their place out on the desert, and they rolled into town, and we had a great night there. And Gary still tells me. Gary tells me it's one of the funnest deals he ever did, and he says, "Yeah, we'll do it again." And Mickey's always like, "Yeah, well, whatever." But no, it's been fun, and we just love going to the BBR. I think it amazes me even here during this festival. I talked to some people the other day about going out to Chalice to the BBR, and they're like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, it blows me away. I meet people all the time.
Secrets.
Yeah, and it's man, it's just like it's been so awesome, like just being close to that orbit, you know, and how like legendary they are in Texas, and you know, because now wherever you know we go in Texas, like you know, those guys just carry such a like I don't know, respect. You know, people love Reckless and the Motor Cars.
Yeah, they do. They absolutely love those guys, and and everybody in Texas in that Texas country music scene knows Reckless and knows Mickey and the
Totally,
Motor Cars.
and they've just put out great music.
Yeah,
forever.
Yeah,
I don't think there's a bad song, honestly.
First time we ever saw them, those boys were still little, right? We had our kids. We're skiing at Pomerel. You know where Pomerel is? Down by Burley.
Yeah.
We're at the ski hill, and Muzzy had him, and the boys were there, and they were little. Mickey was just a little whelp, and they played in the lodge there at Pomerel.
Crazy.
And so that was the first live experience we ever saw with them. But anyway,
man, in the fest too, like backstage is like it's so awesome. You just get to hang with all the artists that are coming in, and it's such a family thing, and just like there's so much like respect happening back there. Everyone's just so open and awesome. Like I met Charlie Crockett.
Oh yeah.
Back there, and he just chatted me up, and I'm like, oh my, this is crazy. Like, big fan. And another guy I met back there that was super awesome was Parker McCollum.
Right.
He's exploded.
We were at the first, I think it was the first year Parker was the first year he was on the stage there. Remember they did the guitar pull, and he sat up there on the stage with them. Nobody, I'd never heard of him, right? He was brand new, and he played a hell of a year.
Yeah, I think that was the year I met him.
Yeah. And I think he I don't know, I'm sure Mickey invited him up, because didn't Mickey co-write that? Or Yeah. So they had worked together, so invited him to come up, but he sat on the stage there and played, and now look at him. He sells out. Him and George Strait sell out the largest concert ever.
And great music too, man.
Oh yeah, he's way talented. Have you met Jared Morris? Do you know Jared?
He has a podcast.
Yep.
I've not met him.
Vibe,
but I watch it.
He's also an artist.
Yeah.
And he actually co-wrote Big Sky with Parker.
Huh.
So we interviewed him. He came and played in Boise here last spring.
Yeah.
Jared was here in town, and so we came over and interviewed him. And I love interviewing other podcasters too, because kind of see what how you guys do your podcast or whatever.
Totally. Yeah.
And learn something new every day. So, Andy, thanks for taking the time, dude. This has been a lot of fun.
Totally.
It's always cool to get to meet new people and make new friends, and hopefully we'll see you somewhere and get to hang again.
Yeah, man. And you picked a good time to come. Like, that's probably why I was dragging you around all these other artists and stuff. Like, because we're never in the same spot at the same time. So this fest is like, that's why I hit it so hard the first day. It was kind of my like hang day.
Yeah.
Because nothing going on until today and Sunday. And man, I just saw like 50 friends that I haven't seen in forever.
Isn't that cool?
And all playing, and Treefort's a lot of fun.
Well, thanks for introducing us to who you have, and if you see us tonight and somewhere, and you got somebody else that you want to introduce, we'd love to meet new people. So
totally.
Thanks again, and thanks for playing the song, and good luck on Sunday on your show Sunday.
Yep.
Sorry we're not going to make it to that one because too many things going on.
Closing out the fest.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thanks again. Hey, for Musical Miles Podcast, I'm your host, Byron Duffin, here with Andy Crosby. We'll see you somewhere down the road. Adios for now.
Cheers.
This episode is sponsored by Close. With over 10 years of experience crafting hand-built composite instruments, Close provides the widest selection of premium carbon fiber instruments in the world, from acoustics to ukuleles, electrics and basses, even mandolins. When picking an instrument, Close doesn't want you to have to make a choice between performance and portability. These instruments stay in tune and intact, whether you're hopping venues or cresting mountains. Every Close instrument is plecked, which means you'll get low action and buttery smooth playability each time you pick up your instrument. Check out Close to find instruments you'll not only take with you, but ones you won't want to leave behind.